Hi everyone, Charlotte from New Zealand Shores here, bouncing in after probably one of the craziest weeks we have ever had in the history of New Zealand Shores. As many of you will be aware, last week Immigration New Zealand and the New Zealand government announced the new 2021 resident visa, which basically is a fast-tracked process to obtain residence for those people who have been in New Zealand, particularly for the last 18 months, and who have either already submitted a residence application or an expression of interest, or for those who haven't done either of those things. There will be two cohorts of people. The first group will be eligible from the 1st of December, and then the second cohort will be eligible from the 1st of March. So we've been frantically working across all our clients, trying to get in touch with everyone and assess where they're at and when they will be able to apply. There are also a few exceptions to people arriving into New Zealand before July 2022 who will be able to apply for that one-off 2021 resident visa, and those are critical healthcare workers, teachers who come in under the border exemption, which is due to kick off shortly, and other critical workers. So anyone who arrives into New Zealand before July 2022 and fits that criteria will also be able to apply for that fast-tracked resident visa. After July 2022, the usual processes will kick back in with the skilled migrant category, and everyone who is eligible to apply under skilled migrant will be able to do so from that date. So even when we start to see border restrictions ease early next year, there will definitely still be a pathway to residence through the skilled migrant category for everyone else, which is awesome. We do have a few additional updates which we have got in the last week since we last touched base. There were a few bits of information we hadn't quite got from the government, which we now have. So they have now confirmed that there is no age cap for that 2021 resident visa. So with other categories like the skilled migrant category, you had to be under the age of 56 to apply. The government has scrapped that age cap for this visa purely because there were a lot of people who had been eligible for the skilled migrant category prior to COVID, and if they hadn't ceased those processes, they would have been able to apply. So they're still allowing that cohort of people to apply for residence despite having turned 56 in that time frame. It does also benefit a few of our doctors we've had arrive into New Zealand in the last 18 months who are highly skilled people, but perhaps over that age bracket. So that's awesome. We have also had confirmation that no English language tests are required. So we are not having to provide IELTS, Pearson's, TOEFL tests with those applications, which is great. One less expense and one less stress for a lot of our clients as well. We have also had confirmed that there is no offshore police certificates required. So that's another bonus because obviously for some countries at the moment it's quite difficult to obtain those, and throw in COVID and different restrictions around the world, and those can be quite slow. So that's also another thing we don't have to provide. And the other confirmation we have had is that the priority queue that has applied to other residence applications will remain in place. So at the moment, it is anyone who is earning 112,000 per annum or higher, and anyone that holds an occupational registration. Those people have their applications processed first. That's under skilled migrant, residence from work, and now the 2021 resident visa as well. So if you meet either of those criteria, your 2021 resident visa will process faster. We're not sure exactly what that looks like just yet, purely because we haven't actually seen that happen in practice. But with immigration promising that everyone's application will process within 12 months. Potentially it could be, 2 to 3 months that we see that happening, but don't hold us to that, because that could of course be different in practice once we see, that start to happen. So that is basically my updates for the 2021 resident visa as of this week. There has also been another announcement made by government last Sunday that as of the 1st of November, everyone who is entering New Zealand must be able to prove that they have been vaccinated against COVID-19. We are accepting 22 different vaccines, so there's a wide range, and that's based off what's been approved in different countries and the main vaccines, I guess, we are seeing rolled out across the world. So So there is a blurb up on our website about that with some more information, so you can jump on there and have a look. It's newzealandshores.com if you haven't already done so. So feel free to have a look. If you have any questions about either the 2021 resident visa or that new vaccine requirement, please do reach out. We are always here to help. Our phone number and our email address is listed on our website and on our Facebook page. So feel free to reach out and we would love to chat. Have a great weekend, everyone, and we'll talk next week. Bye.